Good morning. My name is Reverend Sarah Hancock and I am the vicar here at All Saints Church in Cheadle Hulme, and I'll be leading this Good Friday's reflection. Welcome to today. So Good Friday sounds a bit like an oxymoron. What can be good about the central figure of the Christian faith dying? Jesus spent his time here on earth showing us humans how to love one another and how to love God. The stories we read about Jesus in the Bible points us towards a life with God at the centre and the difference that makes to our world. To have a society that is beneficial to all and doesn't favour the rich and powerful. A place where no one is judged. All, no matter gender, race, sexuality, are accepted into the kingdom of God. Jesus' manifesto is proclaimed in Isaiah, and it says it's to proclaim the good news to the poor, to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim freedom for the captives and release from darkness for the prisoners. And for most of the stories in the Bible, this was happening. That was until Jesus met his death on a cross. We know the ending of the story. We know what happens on Easter Sunday. But sometimes we don't want to sit with the death, the horrible, awkward, dirty stench of grief and uncertainty. And this past year as a nation, we have faced this stench of death. We have perhaps at times thought there is no hope. Hope has disappeared. The stench of death is too much. The followers of Jesus on that day, that Good Friday, thought the same. Where is our hope? Hope can be found in the teachings of Jesus. Throughout the stories of the Bible in the New Testament, those first 4 books particularly, Jesus talks about what it is to follow him, believe in him, and what that brings. That reassurance that Jesus, even today, will never leave us. The reassurance that through his Spirit, we can feel the presence of God. We can seek God, look for God, and God will be found. Jesus even tells his disciples that he will rise again, that Easter Sunday is coming. But on that Good Friday, that Friday where Jesus ultimately brings us back into relationship with God and with each other, the reason why we call it good is because even though the stench of death overwhelms the senses and we forget about hope, hope is still there. In amongst the dying and the death, hope is still there. Good Friday may sound like an oxymoron, but for those of us that follow Jesus, Good Friday is exactly that, a Good Friday. Today, as we celebrate Good Friday, take some time to reflect on what this day means for you. Perhaps spend time reflecting on the events of Good Friday and the impact it can have on our lives today. If you would like to know more about this person, Jesus, or you have questions about faith, then do get in contact with the Churches Together team or myself via All Saints Cheadle Hulme website. And we would love to talk to you more about why we as Christians celebrate this amazing Good Friday.